Our bodies are seawater and the dust of distant stars. In our DNA, we hold codes and connection with our whole collective ancestry, with all organic life on the planet. And we also carry the embedded memories of their creation. We humans are conscious members of an immense mind-matter field in a universe which is alive, conscious, and participatory. By bringing greater awareness and the skills of the dream shaman to this amazing web of connection, you can transform your life and your experience of the world. As a quantum dreamer, you can participate in the emergence of a more gifted and generous version of our species, a multi-dimensional human. You can become a conscious citizen of the multi-dimensional universe. Now, the findings of leading-edge physics, the legacy of 100 years of theory and experiment, since Max Planck and Einstein and Niels Bohr and Wolfgang Pauli, the findings of leading-edge physics have brought us scientific confirmation of the worldview of the ancient shaman, the mystic, the poet, and the dreamer. They have always known that there is a place beyond surface reality where all things are connected, that there is a place beyond time where all times are accessible, and that consciousness generates worlds. The new science, as I understand it, suggests the following. Mind is non-local. Consciousness is not confined to the brain or to space and time. How would you get to know that for yourself? How would you capitalize upon it? By developing personal entry points into the world of non-local mind. Your dreams can give you such doorways. So can created locales in the imaginal realm, which you can learn to travel to for healing, initiation, and transformation. Science also tells us that you are living right now in one of many interactive worlds. The theory used to be called the many worlds hypothesis. Now scientists are starting to call it the theory of many interactive worlds, which says that not only do we live in one of uncountable parallel universes, but that they converge or collide in various ways. What this means for you is that you have parallel selves moving through life in parallel worlds, and their actions and their dramas can impact you in ways of which you might be quite unconscious, until you wake up to the fact that there are ways. Active dreaming, quantum dreaming provides the ways to explore these parallel lives and parallel situations consciously and bring gifts and lessons from one world into another. Science now allows that time travel is possible, at least as a mental exercise. Some scientists think that time travel is likely possible as a physical movement. I know that time travel is available to us as a mental operation, and that by contacting a future or a younger self or a parallel self or someone in a life experience, we can bring gifts and power and understanding to our present life and our present relationships. Science also tells us there is no firm separation between subject and object anywhere in the universe. At quantum levels, we are being told, the act of observation plucks one event into manifestation out of a soup of potentialities. This is the observer effect. We know it's true on the quantum level, in affecting tiny things. I believe it's also true on a human scale and perhaps a macro scale. How do you learn that for yourself? You learn to become a more conscious or lucid dreamer. And as things develop in the dream space, in that space of personal consciousness, you begin to learn that you have the ability to shape, to craft, to design, and to choose events that will manifest out of the matrix of possibility. Science tells us that we humans have an innate ability to communicate and influence people and objects across a distance. We are living in an entangled universe, as Dean Radin calls it, that any thought that we generate reaches other people and vice versa. So in this web of connection, far vaster and far more subtle and far more important than the internet, than the World Wide Web, we have these connections, and they help to explain How we have supernormal experiences. That's an old word that is being revived. It applies to precognition, telepathy, clairvoyance, all of that. Well, you have those powers. They're more than normal, but they're not abnormal. They are supernormal. We all have these abilities in our entangled universe, in the web of thoughts and minds reaching each other. These abilities are actually, as Dean Radin says, inevitable. We know from science that any event that occurs in the universe is immediately available anywhere as information. It seems that our experience of reality, like our experience of linear time, is a mental construct. If we can change the construct, we can change our world. So that was a quick summary of some of the things that leading edge science, quantum mechanics, is telling us. And the question is, how do we bring all of this good stuff together with our lived experience, our human needs, our hopes for world peace and a gentle forward evolution of our species? By learning the skills and techniques of what I have called active dreaming, and now I'm starting to also call quantum dreaming. It involves learning the practices of what we can call shamanic lucid dreaming, learning how to go consciously into non-ordinary states of consciousness, learning how your personal dreams are your portals to the world of non-local mind, learning how to time travel with intention, learning that you can travel into the possible future, scouting challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, that you can travel to the past and into parallel worlds. But let's be clear, active dreaming, quantum dreaming, this is a discipline. It's like yoga, it's like archaeology, it's like painting with oils. You need to do practice, practice, practice. It offers wild fun and great entertainment. But like anything else worth doing really well, it requires practice. We active dreamers have an advantage over most people when it comes to putting in the hours required. We can do a lot of the practice in our sleep, but also in deep practice, in walking meditation, where we learn to navigate by synchronicity and look at the everyday world around us as a set of dreamlike symbols. I would add that we can do horizontal meditation, lying in the drifty state between sleep and awake, slipping in and out of reverie. That's a great launch pad for adventures and lucid dreaming, and it puts us into the kind of solution space where creative breakthroughs are often made. So this is about how quantum physics meets the world of the ancient shamanic dreamer. They can illuminate each other. The theories of the new science are generating new technologies at an amazing speed, but sometimes we miss in our ordinary daily experience the sense of what it all means. Sometimes it seems completely strange and crazy, and it has often been said by quantum physicists that if you think you understand quantum theory, you cannot possibly understand it at all. It's so elusive, and sometimes, as Einstein said, so spooky. Well, we can understand these things on a human level as we become more conscious and more active dreamers. For example, this business about the many worlds, the parallel universes, the parallel lives. Take up the practice of catching and recording your dreams. Do it over time as a discipline, as a practice, a fun practice, but a discipline. And you will notice over time, I guarantee, that again and again and again in dream scenes, you seem to be involved with people in situations that are distinct from your present life, and that might alert you to the probability that you are living a continuous life on at least one parallel event track. Jung came to that conclusion late in life. He came to understand that in our dreams we have glimpses of continuous lives that we are living somewhere else. So there's some support for that thesis, but this is more than a theory. This is a practice. You can confirm for yourself that you are living right now in the many worlds, and as you become more conscious of that, you can do some really juicy, exciting things, like choosing to generate a better future out of the resources available to you in the limitless field of non-local mind.